Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bold and the Beautiful. Luna's jaw-dropping exit. Doomed, detained, or destroyed. Bold and the Beautiful 2-week spoilers for November 17th to 28th, 2025 explore the outcome of this Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada mess. There are a few ways this can go, since B&B has painted her into a corner. Alright, let's get right into it. So, we know that Brad Bell is not going to keep a character active on the CBS soap who is behind bars long-term. When people have gone to prison in the past, like Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, Remy Price, Christian Weissman, others, they don't stay on the canvas and locked up. That's not how it goes on this show. The very first possible outcome for Luna is this. The police find her in Malibu and toss her back in the slammer. She somehow turned invisible, and guards still didn't see her crawl into the laundry basket. And Luna is running amok in Malibu this week. Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, see her and call the cops. Then the cavalry arrives. We've got Sheila and Deacon turning up with sisters Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park. They all convene at Will's beach house. Deputy Chief Baker, Dan Martin, is there, and he wants Will to stay put safely in the house while they search for the missing prisoner. So, out everybody goes next week in the dark and the fog with cell phone flashlights to search for Luna. And we've got Lee screeching at her to turn herself in and do the right thing for once. So when Luna runs again, she could be spotted, rearrested, and tossed back behind bars. From there, we may not see her till she gives birth to Will's child. And then Katie Logan, Heather Tom, and Bill take custody of the infant, and Luna, Lisa Yamada, isn't seen or heard from again. That's an easy option, but honestly, I think that is the least likely outcome, even though Will Crew Morrow and others want her jailed forever. Second, we could have Luna just straight up doomed. This escape attempt could turn into her running around the foggy night and drowning or falling off a cliff near the house, since Malibu is pretty hilly. I will say if that happened, I'd be pretty skeptical that she was dead. Because Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, pushed Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, off a cliff and he survived. Lee was run off a cliff in her car by Sheila and survived. Quinn Fuller, Rena Sofer, shoved Deacon off a cliff, and he showed up back ticked off about a week later with seaweed hanging off of him like tinsel on a Christmas tree. So, unless they dredge Luna's corpse out of the Pacific Ocean and we see her truly dead and gone, truly lifeless, I don't buy it. Maybe Deputy Chief Baker or one of the other cops shoots and kills her, but I doubt it. I don't think they would do that with Will's baby in her belly. A third option is Luna's presumed dead but slithers away. She could shed her prison uniform, toss it in the ocean with some rips in it, cut herself to put a little blood on it, and then run off from there. She could come back later after she gave birth to Will's child. We could see Luna presumed dead again. And then in 6 or 7 months, just in time for May sweeps, Will's baby is born and Lunatic Luna shows up with a cute little infant in her arms, hoping that once she gives birth and Will Crew Morrow sees the kid, he won't be able to resist her and will admit he's in love. You know, crazy, deluded stuff. If Lisa Yamada needs time off for another project, that would create an opportunity. She was cast in an Amazon Prime series, which is based on Legally Blonde, but I'm pretty sure she already shot her part of it. However, Lisa does pursue other opportunities, so she may need time off of B&B. Luna going missing and presumed dead is the kind of repeat plot that Brad Bell likes to write. And especially if she's taking months off the CBS soap, that might be a convincing way to do it. They could even have Lee and Sheila throw Luna a funeral, and everybody actually believes it. And then once Will and Electra are all settled in together, bam, crazy Luna's back with her baby hoping to steal Electra's man. That's a plot I can see Bold and the Beautiful doing. And a fourth, but similar option is they could have Luna escape without a trace. She's not presumed dead. And without a corpse turning up, you know that Will, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes would, Electra, and the others are going to remain on high alert. So Luna could creep off and finish baking Will's baby in her oven, and then come back later when the time is right after she's given birth. But there's one last thing to consider. Something truly awful for Will and Steffi and others, Electra, all of them. This last thing is an extreme outcome that could coincide with Luna being sent back to prison or her running off, or even a presumption of death, and then she comes back. It could happen in several scenarios. This is an outcome that if Brad Bell goes this route would probably infuriate fans. Even thinking about it makes me angry, but I can see it happening. Imagine this, if you will. Luna's in prison or missing, whether she's presumed dead or not. Anyway, she contacts her granddad, Jack Finnegan, Ted King. He's a top criminal attorney in Los Angeles, and he may go to the court, go to the cops, go to the DA. And Jack may make an argument that Luna should be exonerated or get a slap on the wrist or some mild sentence. Think about her most recent crimes. She lurked at Hayes Forrester Finnegan's, Brian Garlick, art school, which is creepy but not illegal. Then Luna took the art teacher hostage. That is a crime. But think about the shootings. When Sheila was shot, she was wrestling Luna for the gun, and it was an accidental shooting. And Sheila would absolutely testify to that. As for the Liam thing, well, that was another case where they wrestled for the gun, and he was shot. And he's a bigger guy. She's a smaller woman, they could play that off. And then Luna was completely disarmed, and Liam wound up with the gun, and then he shot Luna, an unarmed woman. I'm not saying she's innocent or deserves to be exonerated. What I'm saying is a good criminal defense attorney like Jack Finnegan could spin this around for Luna. He could argue that Luna was trying to get a fresh start after her pardon, and she was threatened and harassed, only because she wanted to know her father Finn, Tanner Novlin, and her little brother Hayes. And Jack could argue that Steffi was keeping Luna from her father Finn, and it caused some sort of mental breakdown. Jack could argue that Sheila is a known psycho who attacked Luna, and he could argue that Liam shooting her was an act of aggression since Luna was unarmed at the time. I mean, Sheila literally got away with murder and attempted murder, multiple counts of it. Deacon's a free man after taking sniper potshots with a rifle at Quinn. Remember when he was, I think, over at Katie's old property and shooting onto the Forrester property, trying to kill Quinn? In the end, Jack could argue that Luna should get a few months in a psychiatric hospital, because she is clearly not mentally healthy. She has trauma from her horrible childhood with a druggy, terrible mom, Poppy, and rejection from her father, Finn. I absolutely could see an outcome where Brad Bell sets it up, so Luna walks away free and clear just like Sheila did, just like Deacon did.